Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to the daily forecast for Saturday, August 31st, 2024. It is the day of the witch and the wizard. It is Saturn's day, Loki's day, the 10th of Virgo, the 27th of Hazel, the 10th of Bear, and the 3rd of Tumander, which is bi-monthly. So in astrology, our sun is in Virgo, mutable earth, representing industry. The moon is fourth quarter Leo, fixed fire, representing central ideas. Mercury is in Leo, fixed fire, representing ideals. Venus is in Libra, cardinal air, representing harmony. Mars is in Gemini, mutable air, which is to be pugnacious. Jupiter is in Gemini, mutable air, which is questing. Saturn is retrograde Pisces, mutable water, which is to redefine dreams. Uranus is in Taurus, fixed earth, representing renovation. Neptune is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, which is about spiritual awakenings. And Pluto is retrograding in Aquarius, fixed air, which is about examining intentions. Now for our retrograde reminders. Saturn is about reclaiming your authority. Neptune is about reclaiming faith, joy, magic, and imagination. Pluto is about reclaiming your ability to regenerate, and Chiron is about restoring the heroic spirit. The moon phase is the waning crescent, which means it is time to rest. The Leo moon, some of the do's are lead, perform, celebrate, and the don'ts are depressing environments, unappreciative people, and detail work. So, on this day of Saturn, explore a new ambition today. Given that the Saturn retrograde has it's been asking us to really reevaluate everything, especially with where our path has led to us right now, the substance of our dreams is, give it something new to reflect upon. Don't be shy. If you have skills, allow them to be seen. This may be the time to start exploring different dreams and entertain the possibility of a new chapter, because Saturn is also about endings. So it may be that everything we've done up until now has reached its natural and logical conclusion. So there's always the question of what comes next. So experimentation could be very fun today. Now for our tarot of today, we have the Queen of Swords. Queens represent extroverted intuition. The suit of swords is the rational masculine, projective energy, the air element, and the mind. The key words are woman with a strong personality, trying to hold control, scrupulous, experienced, executive, independence, forthright. So the energy of the Queen of Swords is all about precision, thinking things through and considering the rational first. So if you have any questions about whether to consult your head or your heart today, go with your head first. The heart doesn't mean the heart is ignored, but definitely the head needs to be taking the lead today because of what we've got floating in the air as represented by this card. Today's Celtic triad reads 3 things which makes one's content with their dinner: their mate clever, their food savory, and their stomach healthy. So an intelligent, resourceful spouse enhances the flavor of any dinner because you are focused upon the pleasure of their company and an appreciation for the food that they saw fit to prepare for you. And then with food savory, well-seasoned food that, isn't too sweet and is actually nourishing, that's always to be desired. And it always leaves a person with a feeling of being satisfied. And then as far as, good stomach health, it's really difficult to enjoy your dinner if your stomach is in an uproar. And sometimes your stomach might be in an uproar because of medical or physical reasons. But sometimes it's in an uproar on account of worry, on account of focusing on all the wrong things, of indulging emotions that, they have their place, but, maybe they don't, that place is not the dinner table. So just something to think about, the spirit in which we sit down to dinner with our family. Then for today's magical correspondences, they are centered on the theme of fidelity. The color is blue, the plant is the morning glory, the animal is the dog, and the crystal is lapis lazuli. So when swearing vows, you do have the option to incorporate correspondences that relating to fidelity. And these could be vows on any subject, but if you do make a vow and you are adding a little bit of magical chutzpah on top of it, you really need to make sure you are going into this with the intention of fulfilling this vow. Oh, people don't keep their word a lot of the time, but when we are making these binding magical agreements, the gods take note. And remember, nowhere in pagan lore has people who broke their oaths ever been looked upon with favor. So that's something. It's a reminder for ourselves to be careful about what we are choosing to vow. In today's practice, you might burn some dragon's blood incense, especially if you have a little bit of ickiness in the air. A bit of dragon's blood incense that can scoot that right on out. You can look at the Hermetic principle of gender. There's so much to contemplate on this, especially if you're looking at it from the perspective of how can you have a more healthy balance within yourself. This is particularly important for people who practice the craft because whether you are a male or female practitioner, you are dipping into the energy that's more associated with the opposite sex more often than the average person. This is why we come across a little bit differently with our energies. It's why our interactions with the opposite sex is, it's a little bit different just because we have to cultivate a little bit more of their understanding, and we have to do that in order to practice our magic. So contemplating that a little bit could be fruitful today. And then today's aspect of the witch's pyramid is the pentacle, so the very top point of release. Maybe thinking about what is it that we have been releasing into the universe, taking a really honest look with ourselves, because not everything we release is to anyone's benefit, really. And we might find some areas in which it would be beneficial if we exercised a bit more self-control. Then, because tomorrow is September, and as far as I'm concerned, September 1st is the beginning of autumn. You can fight me if you want to. I will die on that hill. It is good enough. It is the start of things. And if you think that I'm going to be living without my pretty autumn colors any longer than that, you got another thing coming. Certainly, husband unit did. But fun thing you might do is create a seasonal witch's ball to hang for September. What you can do is you can get one of those plastic ornaments that are open. You can open, they have them out for Christmas. And since in a lot of craft stores, Christmas stuff is already out, you can pick up a couple of those and you can make one specifically for September. Incorporate herbs that you want, some crystals that you want. And you can have it hanging up maybe in a window, allowing it to absorb all that good solar energy and just kind of infuse that essence into the house. And if you want to, you can very carefully pick tiny little pinpricks of holes around the plastic. That way you can also have the benefit of all of these scents just in the air. It's uplifting. It makes you ready for autumn. Let's be honest, a lot of us are already ready for autumn. We have been ready for autumn. We have been very aggravated that summer has extended this long again. So this is just a little bit of a pick-me-up that you might do today. Then start kind of planning, visualizing, maybe even making ritual garb for Mabon. A lot of us don't really have ritual robes, and that's perfectly okay. We don't have to. We can practice successfully without them. But if this is something that you've chosen to undertake, definitely get your planning down and decide what it is that you're going to wear. If you need to make anything, learning how to make something if necessary and you're wanting to take on that skill, but just really tailor it for the occasion. Make it right for you. And then today's journal prompt is what will help you spiritually mature? And I found a lovely picture of a crone for us. And ultimately, all of us, I would hope, want to one day be that wise woman or that wise man who has really mastered themselves. They have become adept in their magic. They're connected with the big picture of the universe and the gods and how things fit together. And they are attaining wisdom. They are spiritually mature. That should, of course, always be the goal. So what's going to help you along? And this is a very deeply personal question because the answer to that question is going to widely vary between person to person. So just don't think it's necessarily what other people might need for themselves or general advice that people might have. Just really look within and ask yourself, what helps me grow up a little bit with my spirituality? And then pursue that. And that will do it for today. Have a fantastic day. If you would care to, you can follow me at Blackbird's Brew on X. The Blackbird Grimoire channel is available on YouTube and Rumble. And of course, the Oak and Elder Witchery is open. It is on Gilded. Even though you do have to make a Roblox account. And again, that's just some kind of partnership situation between Roblox and Gilded. Once you make the Roblox account, you never actually have to fiddle with it ever again. The group itself is on Gilded, and you can access it, and then you can meet new people. You can have good conversations, just hang out. And also, you can also benefit and add to the collection of resources and wisdom and information regarding paganism and witchcraft that we are starting to accumulate. So you can play an active role of that. The channels are open to everyone, and I look forward to contributions. But that will do it for today, and I will see you guys in the next one. And tomorrow we will have different visuals, so stay tuned for that. But Bye for now.